It's 3.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if you were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Looking long for Thomas. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Levi Wallace with a pick. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
23 yards.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the 1st half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. On the left side, it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 7.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brings up third down.
Out of the gun now on third down. Through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected
for the Saints.
They're going to fake it from deep in territory. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boom, that didn't help them at all.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints' 11-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown.
It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
The kick is good.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back to throw now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
Is good.
Lutz with the extra point. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and they take possession of the football and hang at the 36-yard line.
The Saints take over.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively.